Didn't realize we were muted. That's gonna happen a bit. Sorry, we have people come in and sometimes they're annoying. Not to sound mean to customers. So we're gonna get the Wi-Fi antenna. This is a sneaky screw here. Don't forget about it. It's just hiding off inside the damn inside of the laptop. But that basically connects the antennas down like to the board. But you can also see there's 3 antennas here that are actually connecting it to the like board itself, like the real board. And you just want to take something that won't break the laptop and just go through and, you know, pop them off. I normally use either a little plastic pull tool or my finger. Little plastic tool works. And now we should be able to slowly but carefully wiggle and maneuver this boy out of here somehow. I did not say it would be easy, but we do not do these things because they are easy. We do them because they are hard, or whatever. We do them because they make me hard. It's a tricky little one. Oh, you know what might help? Let's take these end caps off. I don't know if they're in the way, but you know, if they are in the way, like, why let them make our lives hard, right? I'm sure we could get the Wi-Fi antenna out with without taking the caps off, but we're gonna have to take the caps off anyway, so we may as well just go ahead and take the caps off. Boop, caps off. And there's those big chunky screws I was telling you about. There's also a detection sensor here. Excuse me. You will not want to forget to remove that detection sensor. It will rip, you will break it. Your laptop will not know when it's open and closed anymore. Okay. So we're going to take off this little screw cover for that sensor because it's going to come off with the screen. Take the little cover off. Put it down here next to the screws we took it off with. And then you can see this little ribbon cable here connects to it. Again, I'm just going to use my fingernail. Carefully lift up, and now it should be disconnected. We should also be able to pretty easily come in here and yoink. Yeah, there we go. This thing comes out now pretty easily. These cables will slide out from under the CPU. Yes, it's going to be very annoying to put those back when we go to reinstall this. This is the Wi-Fi, like the whole antenna for your MacBook. This is why MacBook's Wi-Fi is actually not too bad, because it's fucking huge. But, you know, to each their own and all the says and such is. And now that we have, you know, pretty much everything disconnected, you'll see that these cables just, you know, also yoink their way out. There's nothing connecting it to the main body anymore. This cable here is really the big display cable that sends the information back. Next thing we're going to need to work on is these big chunky ones. Big chunky ones, I do not have a like regular old screwdriver, like as far as these, I don't think. Yeah, these don't work. So we'll have to pull out the big guns, which, if I remember right, is either a T7. T7 would work, but I do believe these are T8s. Let's see. I do believe these are T8s. Yeah, T8s. really big, really strong screws. These anchor the whole hinge down, keep it from flexing, so they want these screws to be nice and beefy. Honestly, the laptop being so thin, I'm surprised they made them this thick. But I've never seen a Mac hinge break, ever. Like, I've seen a lot of laptops come into my store for a hinge being snapped or broken or the screw coming loose, so and so forth. Never with these, because you have 3 giant screws going through a big chunky metal piece going into a big chunky metal piece. Like, if you break that, you broke your whole laptop. Like, you're not saving that, if that makes sense. Almost done here. We're on the home stretch. So that should be the final screw that needs to be removed. Here's the fun part. So we have everything there is all taken out. Everything there is all taken out. So now we're going to open the laptop very carefully. Open the laptop so that the hinge moves, right? Screen's already broken, so who cares? Okay. And now the rest of the laptop should, in theory, once it's opened enough, just slide free. Yeah, it needs to be open enough. There we go. So this is your MacBook. Congratulations. Pretty cool, huh? Touch bar, everything, all fancy and MacBooky. And what we'll do is we'll move this to the side for now. We'll take this screen and we'll fucking chunk it. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. It may be broken. There's probably a crack or something on the LCD somewhere underneath. He showed me it was flickering and not all happy. But these frames can be repurposed and refurbished, so it is good to keep these just in case. And then what we'll want to do is take in our new screen, carefully lay it in the exact place that the other one was at, undo any silly stuff that can get in the way, and as we put that one in, or as we took that one off, so this one goes in very carefully. We are going to hook it around. And then I'm going to do this off camera, sadly, because these screws need to go in first. There, at least 1 or 2 of them, so I can close this hinge safely. And right now with my camera set up, that's just, sadly it's not easy to do that. But what you would normally do is lay the laptop face first on a table and just use a screwdriver, same one you used to take it out, to put 1 or 2 of the main hinge screws back in so that it has that leverage needed to close, and then you would just close the laptop so that you can continue working on it in a closed state, because you never really want to work on these things while they're open. That's very dangerous. I promise I am trying to make it where you guys can see. Like I said, I'm literally just putting the hinges back. So the same way you took the 3 screws out of each corner, put those 3 screws back in. Just be very, very, very careful of the screen. You don't want to scratch it or break it or anything like that. I've got 2 screws left. I can actually show you real quick what I'm doing. I said these 3 and these, slowly putting them back in. Again, you want that hinge to be strong enough that you can close it so that the rest of the pair can be completed. You can tighten them down all the way once you get it closed, of course, but you need to get them in there enough. And now we should be able to take this laptop and close it. Pretty fancy stuff. There we go. Closed. And now, everything we just did, we're going to do it in reverse. Starting with the Wi-Fi antenna, we're going to slowly shove it back inside the guts of the MacBook. Get in there. Go on. It's your home. Go on, antenna. It's your home. Don't you want to go home? That's a Happy Gilmore reference if you guys never heard that one. Yeah, so this part is a little frustrating. Apple didn't make it easy. And the only other way around this is to literally take off the entire heatsink, which, you know, if you want to go to those links, you be you. I won't say it's wrong. It's probably the easier route to you know, in comparison to some of these if you don't have the right tools. But if you're patient and you work it right, you can literally just slide it in there, which ends up working out really well. But in my case, I'm dumb, and this third antenna here went off on its own, so I didn't get it out or get it in the right place. So I was going to try that again. Okay, we got 2 out of 3. 3 out of 3 antennas. There we go, we did it. Last thing is that. And you can see it slides into place like a fucking glove. Amazing, huh? Make sure it all, you know, is secure and out of the way like it's supposed to be. Ooh, we can put this T8 screw away and go back to our T. I think it was, for that one, it was like a T4. It was this one. Okay. We can reconnect our antennas just carefully and safely. Last thing you want to do is break something on the home stretch when you have everything almost done. Okay. Poke. There we go. And then we got one more. Oh, almost. There we go. All 3 are on there. Does look like this screw can come back a little bit. Yeah, these. There we go. So there's some dust right there. And grab that dust while we're here. Other little dust. Other little dusties. There you go. And then lay that back down. I mean, next, we may as well go ahead and do all these little ones, just so it's nice and firmly attached on there. Or maybe do the big bolts. I think I'll do the little ones. Oh, that's right, these were star screws. Annoying but helpful. What I'm doing here is magnetizing the screwdriver. If you rub it against another magnet, it makes it where it'll pick up objects like that.